Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to a core vinyasa yoga sequence with hip openers and flexibility focus. Let's begin at the front of our mat. Radiant heart. Open the palms of the hands forward. Drop the shoulders back and down. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Let your feet sink into the earth and breathe vibrant. Take your hands over the head. Lift and lengthen. Open chest, vibrant heart. Exuberant heart. Lengthening, the spine is elongated here. Extending the tailbone slightly down and feeling your feet connecting with the earth. Extending into the earth. Exhale, forward bend. Complete exhalation, let your head be heavy here. Soften the eye gaze. Soften the lips. Breathe into your hamstrings. Breathe into your back, into your spine. Inhale, look ahead of you, lengthen through the crown of the head, long spine, elongated spine, hands on the ground, step back, plank. Pressing the heels away from you. Lower down chaturanga. Upward facing dog. You can do chaturanga from your knees. Upward facing dog, extending the tailbone down. And back to chaturanga. Optional second chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine again. The tailbone is reaching up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are away from the ears. The back is wide. Feel your hamstrings. Breathe into the back of your legs. Spread your fingers wide open. Keep your head between your triceps and let's step the feet between the hands to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lifting all the way. Hands over the head and over the heart. Inhale, reaching all the way over the head. Maybe a little bit of a back extension. Exhale, slowly forward bend. Inhale, looking ahead of you, belly in, hands on the ground, step back, plank. Lower down chaturanga, maybe chaturanga from your knees if you're a beginner. Upward facing dog, really opening the heart, spacious in the heart area. Back to chaturanga and exhale, downward facing dog. Drawing the navel in. And let's walk the feet between the hands. Exhale, forward bend. Allowing the neck to relax here in the forward bend. Inhale, straight back, come all the way up to standing, lifting over the head. Palms over the heart. Focus on your breath. Inhale the hands all the way over the head. Lifting and lengthening slowly. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, looking ahead of you. Pull the belly in to support the lower back. Hands on the ground, step back. Plank. And lower down chaturanga, open upward facing dog, pressing all 10 toes down into your mat. And optional second chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. focusing on your breath, deepening the breath and deepening your connection with the present moment. Step your feet at the front of the mat, forward bend, forward fold. Inhale, straight flat back, come all the way up to standing, hands over the head, hands over the heart, coming back to your heart, where your truth is. Chair pose, sit back in chair, reach with your hands over the head. Exhale, folding forward, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Pull the belly in, hands on the ground, step back plank. Strong core, strong belly. Side plank, right hand on the ground, left arm up. Reaching up and over the head. Hips are on top of each other. Inner thighs are working. Integrity in the pose. And let's bring the hands back down on the ground. Plank. Chaturanga. Plank. Opposite side plank. Left hand on the ground, reach with the right hand, arm up and over. Lifting the hips, no sagging here. Enjoy the strength of your core. Plank. And we're going to go ahead and do 10 knee tucks. Pressing the heel up behind you, lifting the right leg and bringing the right knee between the elbows 10 times. 3, 4, 5, pull the belly in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And press all the way back in one-legged down dog. Step the right foot between the hands, come up, high lunge. Let's clasp the hands and reach over to the right side bend. Exhale, the hands behind you clasping. Walk the hands down the left leg and now lower the chest down. Forehead towards your ankle, humble warrior, pressing the hands away from you, softening the shoulders. Press the back heel away and breathe. Stay here, stay present, enjoy this moment, enjoy the pose. And let's drop the back heel down, coming up into warrior 2, still clasping, hands are still clasping behind you. Lower the right shoulder over the right knee in side angle with a clasp. And now you can release into side angle, right hand on the floor, left arm reaches up and over, palm of the hand down. Let's bring both hands on the floor, step back plank, chaturanga, plank. And let's take the left leg up, tuck the knee in, between the elbows, 1, 2, pull the belly in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause and press back into one-legged down dog. Let's step the left foot between the hands, press the back heel away from you and come up high lunge. Hands are clasping over your head. And you can reach over to your left. For a nice stretch, tuck the tailbone under so that you're stretching the hip flexors. Exhale, the hands behind you, clasping behind you. Soften the shoulders, walk the hands down the right leg and open the chest up. Humble warrior, lowering the forehead towards the left ankle. Press the back heel away from you. Really soften the shoulders and press the hands away from your back. Slowly coming up into warrior two, hands are still clasping. Side angle, lowering the left shoulder over the left knee. Keep softening the shoulders. Release the left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up and over, palm of the hand down, and really find length here on top, on the top side of your body. Both hands on the floor, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, finding the joy of this moment. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Enjoying each and every pose, savoring the poses, the deliciousness of the poses. Inhale the right leg up. And come into one-legged plank. We're going to touch the knee to the elbow 10 times. In plank, pull the belly in and count. Do your own count to 10. 10 side knee tucks. Breathe and feel the steadiness of your core. Let's press back into one-legged down dog. Step the right foot between the hands and come up high lunge. Hands in prayer, left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Twist. Look over your right shoulder. And you can release the hands here, reaching up. Stay here, or you can clasp under if you want to deepen this twist. Great. And let's inhale and reach over the head. Exhale, hands on the inside of the right foot. Drop the left knee down on the ground, stretching the hip flexor. Tucking the tailbone under, breathing. And really finding again, your mind is present, your heart is present in this moment. You're savoring this moment. Step it back, plank, lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Feel that stretch here. Come into plank and we're going to tuck the knee, left knee to left elbow 10 times. Keep your core strong and keep your hips very steady. Keep your breath even, strong, and move with integrity. And most of all, believe in your strength. Don't do plank poses doubting your strength. Believe, feel your strength, because strength begins in the mind. Use your mind. Great. Press back into one-legged down dog. Step the left foot between the hands and come up. High lunge. Hands clasping over the head. Breathe. And let's bring the hands in prayer. And right elbow on the outside of the left knee, twist. Keep the chest open and lengthen through the crown of your head. You can release your hands here and reach up with your left hand. Expansiveness. Optional, clasping under. Soften the shoulders here. Breathe. Experience the moment. Let's bring both hands on the inside of the left knee. Drop the right knee down and breathe into your hip flexor. Keep your tailbone tucked under. This is the value of yoga. It's bringing you into the present moment. It's bringing you into experiencing the present moment and the preciousness of the moment, the deliciousness of the moment, the feel of the moment, without too much stimulation. The internal interpretation or the internal wholeness of the moment, because it's all contained within. As long as we wait for things to come from outside, we're dependent, and we are dependent, but at the same time it is good to remind ourselves that so much of the joy in life is all within. And plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, back to chaturanga, and exhale, downward facing dog. Drawing the navel in, breathe into your hamstrings. Be grateful for your hamstrings, even if they're tight. Be grateful. Take the right leg up and bend the knee. Drop it behind you, wild thing. Lift your hips high. This is truly a joyous pose, so open the chest here, open the heart. Press the hips high. Back to one-legged down dog. Back to one-legged plank, and now we're going to do 10 knee tucks across. Right knee, left elbow. 10 of those. Draw the navel in. Belly strong. Contracting the obliques. Enjoy your strength. Great. Press back in one-legged dog, and let's step the right foot between the hands. Come up, high lunge. Nice deep inhalations. Drop the back heel down. Take a little wider stance here. Take warrior two. And let's reverse the warrior, walking the left hand down the left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Really lengthen here, feel this. Great, straightening the legs, triangle pose. Lowering the right hand somewhere, either on the right shin bone or on the floor. And opening the left hip, externally rotating the left hip here, lengthen through the right hand up and over the head. Let's bring both hands on the floor, feet parallel to each other, wide-legged forward bend. Let your head be heavy. Walk your hands to the back of your mat, left foot, and step back. Lift the left leg up, wow thing. Press the hips as high as you can. Opening the chest. Great. And we're going to go ahead and do 10 knee tucks. Left knee to right elbow. Great. Back to one-legged down dog. Step the left foot between the hands, high lunge. To warrior two. Take a little wider stance here. Open the arms out. Drop the back heel down. Sink a little deeper. Reverse the warrior. Reaching down the right leg. Lifting and lengthening through the left hand, arm. And you can straighten your left knee. Coming out of this into triangle pose. Bring the left hand somewhere on the floor or on your shin bone. Open the right hip and take a nice triangle pose. Stretching, try not to lock the knees. Great. Let's bring the hands back to the center of the mat, feet parallel to each other, wide-legged forward bend. Great. Walking the hands to the front of the mat, step it back, plank. Lower down chaturanga, upward facing dog. Opening the chest, tucking the tailbone under and sit back onto your heels. Child's pose. Allowing your shoulders to relax, returning to your breath. Enjoying the serenity of this moment. Great, coming up. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands. High lunge, reaching over the head. And let's drop the back heel down, square the hips. Revolving triangle, reaching with your left hand forward, lower the left hand down on your right foot, right shin bone or on the floor. And reach with your right hand up and over the head, shoulders on top of each other. Great. Feet parallel to each other one more time, wide-legged forward bend. Walk to the back of your mat. Left foot leading, come up, high lunge. Square the hips, drop the back heel down, the right heel down, and take revolving triangle on the left side. Right hand somewhere on the floor. Try to keep your hips square as much as you can. Exhale, both hands on the floor and walk them to the center of your mat. Wide-legged forward bend. You can grab your ankles and let your head be heavy. Beautiful. From here, bend the knees, plie squat. Come up in a plie squat. Knees pointing in the same direction that your feet are pointed at. Hands over the heart. Let's bring the right elbow over the right knee, left elbow over the left thigh, and change a few times, really lengthening both sides of the torso here. Changing sides, breathe, sync your movement. With your breath, stay deep into your plie. And let's bring the hands over the thighs and twist here. Look over your left shoulder and over the right shoulder. And back to center. And clasping under on the right side, bring your right hand under the right leg and see if you can clasp. If not, just keep the hand down on the ground. Changing sides. Keep your knees equally bent, stay in your plie. Proper alignment. Hands over the heart, and from here we're just going to lower the knees one at a time on the ground for frog stretch. Keep your calves parallel to each other and flex your feet here. So make sure that your calves are parallel to each other. That's the most common mistake in this pose. Make sure that your surface that you're placing your knees on is very soft. Stay here, breathe into your inner thighs. This is an excellent stretch. Breathe. And really enjoy the stretch. Turn every stretch, especially the ones that you don't like, into a joyous event. Be grateful that you can do the stretch and just experience the joy of bringing awareness and blood circulation into the area, bringing energy into that area of your body, taking care of your body. Focusing on your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, very slowly, inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling. Especially during the stretches, focus on slowing down the breath even further so that you are allowing your body to relax and guiding your flexibility through your breath. Your breath is your guide into body awareness. To come out of this, walk back onto your hands, bring your feet closer to each other, and sit back on your heels or towards your heels, bringing your knees a little closer to each other but not quite touching each other yet. And now you can bring your knees on the ground, come onto all fours, knees are hip width apart, hands on the ground, shoulder width apart. Let's bring the right hand on the left ankle, grabbing the ankle behind you and opening here. Let the shoulders stretch, change sides, flexing the foot, release. Coming up onto the knees for camel pose, hands on the lower back, fingertips pointing up, open the chest up towards the ceiling, lifting through the heart, extending the tailbone down. If you want to deepen this, you can bring your hands over the heart. Slowly coming up, strong core, rest in child's pose, allowing your shoulders to relax. And let's press back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Come up, warrior one. Maybe sink a little deeper, square your hips forward. Drop the shoulder blades into the back. Transitioning into warrior three, leveling your weight onto your right leg, left leg parallel to the floor, flex the foot. Slowly coming up to standing, bring your left leg in front of you and in half lotus or tree pose, whatever your level is at. From here, left arm is gonna whip back and around to grab the right foot, the big toe, yogic hold, and you can lower down in forward bend. And I'm definitely struggling here because the terrain was very uneven, but that just adds to the fun of the pose. Beautiful, gorgeous view. This is the Black Sea in Bulgaria. Just beauty. Slowly coming up, still holding the big toe if possible, reaching over the head. Great. From here, slide your left ankle over the right knee, opening the hip here, and hands in prayer optional. You can bring the left elbow on the inside of the left foot. Balance here, that's another challenging balance. Take your time, breathe, and don't worry if you lose your balance. Arm balance, for anybody that is willing to try it, you can bring your hands on the ground, foot still stepping on your triceps. Take your legs off the floor and come back, reversing the movements. Twist with the hip opener and forward bend again with the same hip opener optional. All of those poses they get you to get deeper into your flexibility. Great. Release into forward bend, both feet on the ground, and jump back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, back to chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, drop the back heel down, warrior one. Hands in prayer, transition into warrior three, balancing onto your left leg, hips level with the ground. Slowly come up to standing and bring your right foot in half lotus. You can reach back and around with your right hand to grab your big toe, optional of course, and slowly begin to lower down into forward bend. Slowly coming out of this, see if you can come back up to standing, still holding your big toe. And now sit back in one-legged chair, right ankle over the left knee, allow the right knee to open, hip opens, hands in prayer, right elbow on the inside of the right foot. This is extra challenging, of course, and take your time. I'm leaving my mess-ups in the videos. It's a form of encouragement. And arm balance also optional. You can bring both hands on the floor, chaturanga alignment. Right foot on the right triceps, take the left leg off the floor. And slowly reversing the movement, coming into one-legged chair with a hip opener. Both hands on the floor, straightening the left leg, still keeping the right ankle over the left knee, forward bend. That as well opens the hip. And let's step the feet down on the ground, a little wider than hip width apart, forward bend. Hands on the floor, look ahead of you. Jump back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, open the knee, and drop the foot and the knee down on the ground for pigeon. Here your hips have to be level with the floor, square. Open the chest and lower down, keeping the hips square. Breathe into your hip here, keep the foot flexing and allow yourself to guide your flexibility or to guide your stretching and deepening your flexibility through your breath. Coming back to your nice deep inhalations and exhalations. And slowly coming back up. You can bring your right heel closer to you or move towards your right heel, open the chest, maybe bend the left knee, grab your left foot and stretch the quadriceps on the left side. Careful here, feel your body as you stretch. Hands on the ground, one-legged down dog. You can move your right leg in circular motion. You can move the knee in circular motion so that you relax the hip. And let's take the left leg up, open the hip and lower the knee down. Level the hips, square the hips, open the chest, radiant heart, and keeping the spine elongated. Lower your chest over your left calf and stay here, very present of your breath, enjoying the moment and keeping a mantra of either Om or keeping a mantra connected with your breath, inhaling with an Om, exhaling with an Om, or some positive affirmation that works for you, such as I'm joyous. I experience the joy in life. I'm vibrant. My heart is open, and so forth. Stay here, breathe. And slowly begin to walk your hands back towards you. Open the chest. You can move your hips a little closer to your left heel and grab your right foot, bring it in towards you. Keep the hips square. Let's tuck the toes under. Press back in one-legged down dog, circling the foot and the knee. Great. From here, you can go into a back bend either by going into a transition from vaulting to a back bend as I did, or just from the floor. Wheel pose and slowly lower down onto your back for a quick supine twist. Right knee comes across, keeping the shoulders on the ground. Let's bring the left knee in and bring it across from your body. Look away from your knee. Release. Let's bring the hands behind the knees and rock up, coming all the way up to a seated. Inhale your hands over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Seated forward bend. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, look ahead of you and come up. Let's bring the right ankle on the outside of the left knee. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Twist here. Maybe with a prayer. Release. Opposite side. Prayer. Twist. Shoulders away from the ears. Release. Let's bring the feet in lotus, only if you're practicing lotus. Otherwise, easy pose. Hands over the knees, palms of the hands facing forward. Either stay here or optional, you can go into peacock, bringing the elbows or the belly on the elbows, and as you straighten your legs, you can press back in down dog. Excellent. One more stretch, knees on the ground, and we're going to sit between the heels. Either stay here or lay back down if your quadriceps are flexible enough. Not everybody needs to be doing this pose. If it feels good, it's beneficial, but don't feel obligated to do it. Slowly coming back up, cross your feet, bring your legs in front of you. Plow pose. Again, be mindful here, and this is optional. Be very mindful in plow. It's only good if you're benefiting from it. So if your neck is fine and balanced, then you can benefit from this pose. Otherwise, avoid it and do a few crunches or a few bicycles or a bridge. Bridge is a good substitute because it also helps with the thyroid, and it's a nice back bend, so you can always substitute. Whenever I do plowing classes, you can do bridge instead. It's an excellent substitute. Shoulder stand or whole body balance. To come out of this, first lower your knees over your ears and then slowly roll one vertebra at a time. Lowering down onto the ground, fish pose, elbows on the ground, chest opens, crown of the head touches the floor, and make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Allow yourself to relax. The hands are opening out to the sides, the chest is open. Bringing yourself back to your breath and to the present moment. Softening the jaw, softening the eyes, softening the eyelids. Feeling the ground underneath you and feeling yourself melting, becoming heavier and melting into the ground, softening further. Stay here in a place of emptiness and body awareness, aware of the moment and keeping the mind empty. By just following your breath, focus on your breath and experience this moment. Be this moment. Be, exist. Experience existence mindfully. Namaste.